This local sports report is presented by KCS Electric, a proud supporter of the St. Mary's Lincolns. KCS brings over 2 decades of experience to your next residential, commercial, or industrial project. KCS will ensure your job is done right the first time and on budget. Honest, reliable, efficient. Contact KCS today by calling 519-525-7318 or visit kcselectric.ca.
The St. Mary's Lincolns look to continue their hot streak as they return home riding 6 straight wins. The Strathroy Rockets have come to the PRC for the first time this season, trying to avoid dropping their 3rd in a row. One of the Lincolns' biggest bright spots so far this year has been Devin Colebrook. The first-year forward has gotten better with every passing game, and entering tonight has goals in 2 of his last 3 games. No Rocket has been hotter lately than Zachary LeBlanc. The product of Alfred, Ontario, comes into tonight's contest, having scored in 4 of his last 5 games. Puck drop is next on 519 Sports. Draw one by the Lincolns. McQueen Spence works down, gets a shot, punched away by Costa, batted out of the air. Well, that was a George Springer-looking swing there from the goal line. And now the Lincolns will turn it up ice once again. Off to Weir, maybe a 2-on-1. Weir, quick shot, steered away by Costa. McDougall runs over his man along the wall. A massive hit by Chase McDougall. Puck played out into center. Elzenga over the Strathroy line. Elzenga turning back to avoid a hit. Played out in front. Tipped away from Heath. Bouncing puck. Heath grabs it now. Tight angle shot. Stop. Colbert can't get the rebound. Now McGregor tees it up. Stopped by Costa. Mason Costa with a great save on James McGregor, keeping this one scoreless.
All predicted 2 months ago.
Face off to the right. Quick shot, scores! Xander Ketchigo! An absolute rip right off the draw. And just 27 seconds into the second period, the former Lincoln has struck first. Ketchigo has the Rockets ahead by 1. Puck gets in behind the Rockets net. Costa out to play it. Markarian will fling this up into center. Rogers leveled by McMillan along the wall. Luke McMillan drills Rogers. Laprise through center will fire this into the St. Mary's zone. Barr wraps it around the wall as he comes out to play it. Hodkinson can't clear. To the left side now. Long drive, scores! The puck played in front by Jake Ritson. And Ritson will get credit for the goal as it finds a way past Barr. And the Rockets with a power play marker are up 2-0. Lincoln's got control here off the draw. Kalp down the left side. Quick pass in front. Colebrook over to Heath. Heath to Kalp at the left point. Kalp to Elzenga. Elzenga to Hodkinson. Hodkinson works it up the right side. Up to the point. Kalp is shot. Scores! Owen Kalp rips home a power play goal from the blue line. And the Lincolns are within 1. Just 18 seconds into their man advantage. Kalp finds the back of the net. Takes it back at the left point. Owen Kalp holds, dishes. Heath from a tight angle gets a shot. Scores! David Heath! The ultra-skilled Kingston Frontenac draft pick slides it by Costa, and he ties the game for the Lincolns on another power play goal. Now getting around his man, down low to Heath. Heath trying to work it out in front, shrugs off a check. Heath takes it to the net. Heath in front, Hodkinson to the side, walking away. Where is it? Somehow Costa keeps it out, and he hangs on. A scramble play in front of the Strathroy net. Bodies everywhere, but somehow the puck stays out. Kalp fires it up the right side now. Brought over the Strathroy line. Dish to Hodkinson. Hodkinson goes back in behind the Rockets net with it. He's tied up. In to help is Colebrook. Goes to Heath. David Heath from the left side. Waits. In front. Hodkinson tips and scores! Ryan Hodkinson pops it over Costa. And the Lincolns stop me if you've heard it before. Score on the power play, and they're up 3-2. Well, Barr was going to hang on to that and somehow came loose on him. LeBlanc takes it out in front, gets a shot from a knee, can't get it, now a shot, stopped by Barr, mad scramble in front, another shot, that's blocked in front, down to the point, Janacek fires, stopped by Barr, and he finally hangs on. A chaotic sequence in the Lincoln zone, but Barr able to stand tall at the end. Let you go over the St. Mary's line, he's poked off the puck. Now the Lincoln's the other way. Hodkinson over the Rockets line to Heath. Heath across, quick shot, scores! Owen Kalp does it again! And the Lincolns are up 4-2. Kalp rips home his second of the night. Montesi starts the breakout, a minute to go here in the period. Elzinga pokes it up to the Strathroy line. Sewell will play it right back the other way. Now Hull racing in with it. Hull kept to the outside. Great defensive work by Montesi. Hull gets cut off and then gets clipped with a high stick. No penalty coming there. Draw tied up. Lincoln's win it. Elzinga, quick shot, scores! Blake Elzinga! An absolute snipe right off the draw! And the Lincolns make it 5-2. Head to the left side, Elzinga to Heath. David Heath up the right wing wall. Heath works in. Heath out, goes in behind. Heath out the left side to Kalp. Kalp shoots, not stopped by Costa, and he hangs on. A great dash by David Heath, but Costa stops the shot from the point. McQueen Spence ends up getting it back here. Some great work by McQueen Spence down the right side. Tight angle shot. That's steered away by Costa. Now from the point, Roach in front. McQueen Spence. Oh, grab him. Oh, what a goal! Chase McQueen Spence. Oh my goodness! McQueen Spence dekes everyone out of their shorts and puts the Lincolns ahead 6-2. Now, puck out in front, Weir a shot, and he just misses the net. Puck wraps around the boards, and we've got a fight here along the glass. Clark is into it with Markarian, they're jousting. Clark and Markarian both get a couple of shots in as they wrestle to the ice. The officials getting in between. Tensions boiling over in St. Mary's as Clark and Markarian go at it. From the left side now, back up top for Kalp. Kalp, wait, shoots, scores! Oh, and Kalp make it a hat trick for the Chatham native. Kalp, his third of the night, has the Lincolns ahead 7-2. Puck is worked up over the Strathroy line. Colebrook driving in, can't get a shot, pass. Blindly now, Elzinga shoots, scores! Blake Elzinga fires home his second of the night. And the Lincolns are up 8-2 as Elzinga gets the Lincolns up by 6. Now a long shot by McQueen Spence from the right side, stopped by Costa. Rebound, McQueen Spence scores! Chase McQueen Spence bats one out of the air, and it finds a way by Costa, and the Lincolns are up 9-2 on a goal by the captain. Over to Kalp. Kalp has it at the point. He's got the hot hand tonight. Over to McQueen Spence. Now to Kalp. Slid to Hodkinson. Hodkinson in front. He shoots, scores! Ryan Hodkinson! One times an absolute bomb through the legs of Costa, and the Lincolns are up by 8. The St. Mary's Lincolns continue their winning ways. The winning streak continues as the Lincolns pick up a dominant 10-2 victory over the Strathroy Rockets, taking their 7th win in a row.
Feels great. Credit to my teammates. They're the ones who made it happen, so it's all because of them. We found they kind of pushed lower, so if we worked it low and brought it back up, we knew there would be chances, and I was lucky enough for them to get through and go in. That one, that game was for my mom. It's awesome that we can support this cause, so yeah, it's unbelievable.
I think it was the puck movement and the physicality. We really came through in the second period, and I think it set the tone for the rest of the day. It feels great, anything to win, so I think it's great.